Razabani for FightHype.com with me. They say when he's in the country with me, there must be a big fight round the corner. Michael, welcome back.
Thank you.
To the
Always
UK.
good to be here.
How are we?
I'm well, thanks. You?
Yeah, I'm very,
Super.
very well, very well. Obviously, we're here for let's call this a two-leg trip. Obviously, leg one, Dillian Whyte, Lucas Browne. Eddie Hearn say that this is the biggest fight outside of the champions. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, I would. I mean, yeah, a lot of people are going to see Lucas Browne for the first time. You know, I was there when he fought Shagayev and captured the WBA title. I mean, came from nowhere. He was being dominated in the fight, and he has an unbelievable chin. Sometimes you think he's like, well, what's this guy doing? And then all of a sudden, he lands the big punch. Dillian with that great left hook and you know, power in both hands. You know, when you stand next to these guys, you know you're standing next to big men, big, powerful athletes. And I think this is the type of fight. I'm getting a musical accompaniment here, but this is the type of fight that fight fans want to see. And then what's great about this is Eddie Hearn and Matchroom and Skyboxing put together not just, you know, a top of the fight, a top of the card fight, a great card, and it's just a fight fan's dream. Whether they watch it at home and then watch the earlier fights on Facebook, and communications has just made a great event out of all the boxing. But it's a big time heavyweight fight for sure.
Obviously, next week you've got the big one, Anthony Joshua and Joseph Parker. I was on a call yesterday where they said in his last three fights, 242,000 people would have been in attendance in his last three fights.
Amazing.
Obviously Cardiff twice, Takam, Parker, and then obviously Klitschko. Is he a phenomenon? And Joshua?
He's a superstar. I mean, he's a legitimate superstar. He's a rock star. There's no doubt about it. You know, if he was singing and had a guitar in front of him, he would have a concert tour that sells out all the time. That's the type of person he is, because he brings a special quality in his persona, his personality. You know, he's a young man that we don't hear any negative things about. You know, speaking as an old geezer, we've all done many things when we were his age and younger that we want to forget about. He got that stuff out of his way years ago, knows what he's all about, and knows who he is when he gets up in the morning, and that's a great thing to see.
Obviously, the world of boxing, obviously, we're tuned in on March 3rd, where Deontay Wilder fought Luis Ortiz. He came through that. Everyone wants to see this America versus England, this Anthony Joshua versus Deontay Wilder. Is politics going to get involved in that fight, like some other fights in the past?
Yeah, politics will get involved, but I don't think that's as big a deal as there has to come a point where some fighters have to realize who the draw really is, who's been putting the behinds in the seats, so to speak. And so far that's Anthony Joshua. And to say like, well, in America nobody knows. People know who he is in America, but they really know who he is here, and there's no one else in the world that can put 80 and 90,000 fans in a stadium besides AJ. So that's where we are as far as, forget politics, is just plain and simple promoters negotiating you know, business that they have to get it out of the way, and who deserves a percentage of this or that or whatever. But I like that formula where you have an A side and a B side. The A side gets the larger percentage, and if there's an upset, then you flip it.
Michael, do you feel like British boxing now is at the top of the sport globally? Like, America was known to be kind of the mecca of boxing, but do you feel like the tide has now switched, and now it's, if you want to earn big money, you need to come to England?
You know, I know I like to earn big money when I come here, but seriously, what's really great is what's happened is the world of telecommunications and social networking, and the ability for people to see all these fighters from all over the world. And right now, the UK has more world champions than any other country in the world. They pack venues, whether it's in Manchester or Liverpool or Cardiff or London. That's where the action is, and the fans are smart and loyal and knowledgeable, and they don't come late to just see the main event. They come early. They know what they're watching. They have favorites. They have a great time. They love to sing, party, and enjoy the fights, and that's why I really love coming here.